Police take Bruce, Debbie, Pastor Tiffany, and her mother Tracy to the station for questioning. But the Irwins quickly ask for a lawyer, and Lucas's parents stay surprisingly tight-lipped.
You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against core law.
In October 2015, the Word of Life Christian Church became the talk of the nation after police arrested 9 members for their roles in the beatings of 2 teenage brothers that killed one of them. It's the focus of this week's People magazine investigates cults on Investigation Discovery.
Lucas Leonard bled to death on a hospital gurney after being beaten for over 12 hours. His younger brother Christopher survived, but is still recovering from his injuries almost 3 years later.
Even more surprising, the boys' parents, Bruce and Deborah Leonard, were taken into custody and refused to cooperate with investigators. And we're joined now by People's senior true crime reporter Chris Harris to break down exactly what we need to know about this case. Chris, you actually went upstate in 2015 to investigate this cult. Thanks for being here. This is just mind-blowingly tragic and terrible.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Now, Chris, at the time of the assault, the leader of the church was 29-year-old Tiffany Irwin. So who was she? What do we need to know about her and her role in the assault?
Tiffany, she became the head of the church, well, I should keep calling it a church, but it's a cult. She became the head of the cult in 2012 when her father, who founded it, Jerry, he died. Her reign, though, over this church was a lot more oppressive than her father's, and she wanted to micromanage every member's life down to who they married, what they did, with what TV they watched. And a lot of members obviously didn't like that.
Right.
Lucas and Christopher Leonard among them. They announced their intentions to leave, and that's when things got bad.
Really bad.
Cult members, cult leaders don't want people leaving.
Yeah, well, in total, 9 people were sent to prison for their involvement in Lucas's death. How did this escalate to a 12-hour beating? I mean, what you said is one thing, but getting to that point and for people to be on board for this is just hard to imagine.
Especially the parents.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were brainwashed over a lot of years. They were in this cult. The Irwins had a lot of power and control over them. I'm sure they would have done anything Tiffany Irwin asked them to do. And that's how cults work. But yeah, it's really hard to imagine that parents would beat their sons over 12 hours.
One literally to death.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And the younger brother is still recovering. Doesn't talk to anybody in the cult anymore.
Yeah, both of the parents ended up pleading guilty. What was the result of the hearings?
Well, Bruce actually ended up going to jail for 10 years. He pled guilty. He testified against the other members, as did his wife, Deborah. She went to jail for 5 years. And Tiffany Irwin, the pastor, she ended up, she's going to be doing 12 years for her part. She masterminded the whole thing. She accused these brothers of sexually abusing little kids in the church because she didn't want these guys to leave because she thought it would lead other people to leave.
Okay.
So that's how she got people to then do the beatings, because she accused them of things like that.
Yeah. And you know, she accused, you know, the half-sister of the brothers.
Okay.
She participated.
So all under the guise of control, and it's just amazing that it would get to that point. The surviving teen, Christopher, made a surprising announcement during one of the hearings. What did he reveal?
Well, he did reveal that he abused some of the children in the cult, but investigators believe that he only just told that to the people who were beating him to get them to stop.
Wow.
You would probably say anything after 12 hours if you were being beaten.
Oh, yeah, it's unthinkable.
Yeah.